Did you know that in 2025, some UK cities are facing challenges so severe that critics blame immigration as the root cause? Rising housing prices, overcrowded schools, and stretched public services are just the tip of the iceberg. But is immigration really to blame, or is there a bigger story that no one's talking about? Take London, for example. Once celebrated as a global hub, it's now grappling with a housing crisis so intense that many lifelong residents feel pushed out. In Leicester, cultural shifts have sparked debates about whether the city can keep up with its rapidly changing population. Meanwhile, places like Bradford and Luton are facing mounting pressure on their job markets, leaving locals wondering what went wrong. But here's where it gets even more complicated. For every challenge, there's also opportunity. In some of these cities, immigrant communities are revitalizing businesses, introducing vibrant cultural events, and filling critical workforce gaps. So, what's really going on? Are these cities being ruined, or are we just looking at the surface? And most importantly, what does the future hold if these trends continue? Stay with us as we uncover the 10 UK cities hit hardest by immigration in 2025, diving deep into the facts, the controversies, and the unexpected truths that might just surprise you. This isn't the story you've heard before, it's the one you need to know. Number 10. Glasgow. When people think of Glasgow, they picture a city with rich history, vibrant culture, and a resilient spirit. But in 2025, Glasgow finds itself on this list as a city facing unique challenges due to immigration trends. The question is, how did we get here? In recent years, Glasgow has seen a steady increase in immigration, particularly from Eastern Europe and the Middle East. On the surface, this has brought a wave of positive changes. Immigrant communities have revitalized local businesses, introduced diverse cuisines, and even boosted certain sectors of the economy. However, these changes have also revealed deep-rooted issues within the city's infrastructure. One of the biggest challenges is housing. Glasgow's affordable housing market has been under pressure for years, and the influx of newcomers has only worsened the shortage. This has led to overcrowded living conditions in some areas, with many families struggling to find adequate accommodation. Public services, too, are feeling the strain. Schools are reporting higher student-to-teacher ratios, and waiting times for healthcare services have grown. Some residents feel that the city is ill-prepared to handle the rapid population growth, creating tensions between local and immigrant communities. Yet, despite these challenges, Glasgow also stands out as a city of opportunity. Immigrant entrepreneurs are starting businesses at record rates, creating jobs and stimulating the local economy. Cultural festivals celebrating the city's diversity have drawn visitors from across the UK, helping Glasgow retain its reputation as a dynamic, evolving city. So, is Glasgow struggling, or is it simply adapting to change? That's a debate that continues to divide opinion. One thing is certain. Glasgow's future depends on how it tackles these challenges while embracing the potential that its immigrant communities bring. What do you think? Number 9. Peterborough. Peterborough, a city nestled in the heart of England, has long been known for its beautiful cathedral and rich history, but in 2025, it's also become a focal point in the discussion about immigration and its impact on UK cities. Why is Peterborough struggling, and what does this mean for its future? Over the past decade, Peterborough has experienced one of the fastest growing immigrant populations in the UK. While this has brought diversity and economic potential, it has also led to significant challenges. The city's job market, once thriving, is now under immense pressure. Many industries, particularly agriculture and manufacturing, heavily rely on immigrant labor, creating a delicate balance between local and migrant workers competing for employment. Housing is another critical issue. Peterborough has seen a surge in demand for both rental and affordable housing, far outstripping supply. This has caused rising rents and overcrowding, leaving both locals and newcomers struggling to find stable homes. Areas with concentrated immigrant populations are often labelled as overcrowded, sparking debates about urban planning and infrastructure. Public services are also feeling the pinch. Local schools report record high enrollment numbers, and healthcare services are stretched thin. Some residents feel the rapid population growth is outpacing the city's ability to adapt, fueling tensions in certain neighbourhoods. Yet, Peterborough also tells a story of resilience. Immigrant communities have introduced new businesses, cultural events, and even boosted the city's economy in unexpected ways. Restaurants serving international cuisines and vibrant community markets are now a defining feature of Peterborough's identity. Peterborough's challenges are undeniable, but its opportunities are equally significant. Can this city strike a balance between growth and stability, or will these pressures continue to mount? The answer could shape Peterborough's future for years to come. Number 8. Oldham. Oldham, a former industrial powerhouse in Greater Manchester, has faced its share of economic struggles in recent decades. In 2025, the town finds itself under the spotlight, grappling with immigration-related challenges that have intensified existing issues and created new ones. Oldham's history is deeply tied to the textile industry, but with the decline of manufacturing, the town has struggled to reinvent itself. Immigration has added both vibrancy and complexity to this landscape. A significant number of immigrants, particularly from South Asia and Eastern Europe, have settled here in search of better opportunities. While this has introduced cultural diversity and a much-needed workforce, it has also put a strain on the town's resources. Unemployment is one of Oldham's most pressing concerns. The town already has high unemployment rates, and competition for jobs has become fiercer. Some locals feel left behind, fueling tensions in certain areas. Additionally, Oldham's housing market is under severe pressure. Overcrowding in specific neighborhoods has led to deteriorating living conditions, with limited funding available for infrastructure improvements. Public services, including schools and healthcare, are also stretched thin. Teachers face challenges in classrooms with increasing pupil numbers and linguistic diversity, while hospitals and clinics struggle to meet rising demand. Despite these challenges, Oldham is not without hope. Immigrant communities have brought a spirit of entrepreneurship, opening small businesses that contribute to the local economy. Cultural festivals and community initiatives have also started bridging divides, showcasing the potential for collaboration and growth. Oldham's story is a microcosm of broader national debates. Can struggling towns adapt to rapid changes, or will these pressures deepen divides? The answer for Oldham lies in how it balances its challenges with the opportunities its immigrant population brings. What would you do if you were in charge? Number 7. Slough. Slough, a town located just west of London, is often described as a melting pot of cultures due to its remarkably diverse population. But in 2025, it has also become one of the UK's most overstretched towns, grappling with the pressures of rapid immigration and its consequences. Slough's proximity to London and its reputation as a hub for business opportunities have made it a magnet for immigrants seeking employment. While this has brought in a much-needed workforce to support industries like logistics, tech, and hospitality, it has also placed immense strain on the town's infrastructure. Housing, in particular, is at a breaking point. With limited land and skyrocketing demand, Slough's housing market has become one of the most unaffordable outside of London. Overcrowding is now a common sight, with multiple families sharing small properties. The lack of affordable housing has fueled tensions among residents, as both locals and newcomers struggle to find suitable homes. Public services are equally stretched. Schools are experiencing record enrollments, with some forced to use temporary classrooms to accommodate growing numbers. Healthcare facilities are overwhelmed, and waiting times for basic services have increased dramatically. Despite these challenges, Slough's diversity is also one of its greatest strengths. The immigrant population has contributed to a thriving small business sector, bringing in international cuisines, shops, and cultural events that give the town its unique character. The situation in Slough highlights the delicate balance between opportunity and pressure. As the town grows, so does the need for innovative solutions to housing and infrastructure issues. Will Slough adapt to its growing pains, or will these pressures overwhelm it? One thing is clear, Slough's future depends on addressing these challenges while celebrating the contributions of its diverse population. Number 6. Luton. Luton, located just 30 miles north of London, has long been a bustling town known for its strong industrial base and international airport. But in 2025, it finds itself in the spotlight for a different reason: the challenges brought about by rapid immigration and the strain it places on the town's resources. Over the past decade, Luton has seen a significant influx of immigrants, drawn by its employment opportunities and proximity to London. While this has enriched the town's cultural tapestry, it has also created growing pains that are hard to ignore. Housing shortages are one of the most pressing issues. With demand far outstripping supply, rents have soared, and overcrowding has become a serious concern. Many neighborhoods are struggling to cope with the sheer number of new residents. Public services in Luton are feeling the heat. Schools are overflowing, with some operating at full capacity, making it challenging for teachers to provide individualized attention to students. Healthcare services are similarly under pressure, with patients experiencing longer waiting times for routine appointments and treatments. The job market, though robust in some sectors, has also become a point of contention. Immigrant workers often fill roles in industries like logistics and construction, but locals sometimes feel they're competing for opportunities, fueling underlying tensions. Yet, Luton is not without hope. Immigrant communities have brought vibrancy and economic vitality to the town. Local businesses, restaurants, and cultural events showcase the rich diversity that defines Luton today. The challenges facing Luton reflect the complexity of immigration's impact. As the town continues to grow, the focus must shift toward solutions, improved housing, stronger infrastructure, and better integration programs to ensure that Luton thrives. Will Luton overcome these hurdles, or are tougher times ahead? Only time will tell. Thank you for watching. We put a lot of heart and effort into bringing you these insights. So if you found this video valuable, please hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, and join our growing community. And we'd love to hear from you. Which city surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Number 5. Bradford. Bradford, a city nestled in West Yorkshire, has long been celebrated for its rich industrial heritage and vibrant multicultural community. But in 2025, it faces significant challenges linked to immigration and economic pressures that have sparked heated debates among residents and policymakers alike. Over the years, Bradford has become home to a large immigrant population, primarily from South Asia and Eastern Europe. While this diversity has enriched the city's cultural identity, it has also brought complex challenges, particularly in housing and employment. Bradford's affordable housing market is under immense strain, with high demand leading to overcrowding in certain neighbourhoods. Many families struggle to find decent accommodation, resulting in visible disparities across the city. Unemployment is another major issue in Bradford. The city's economy, once dominated by the textile industry, has struggled to transition to newer sectors. Immigrants often take up low-wage jobs in industries like food processing and retail, but the lack of sufficient job opportunities has created competition with local workers, intensifying tensions in some areas. Public services, especially schools and healthcare, are feeling the pinch. Teachers report larger class sizes, making it harder to meet the needs of an increasingly diverse student population. Hospitals and clinics face similar challenges, with stretched resources and growing waiting times. Despite these issues, Bradford's immigrant communities have also contributed to its resilience, from thriving small businesses to vibrant cultural events like the Bradford Literature Festival. They've played a crucial role in keeping the city alive and dynamic. Bradford's story reflects the dual reality of immigration, opportunities intertwined with challenges. As the city moves forward, its success will depend on addressing these pressures while fostering collaboration among its diverse communities. What do you think Bradford needs most to thrive in the future?
Number 4. Leicester. A city renowned for its vibrant diversity and rich cultural heritage is often held up as a symbol of multicultural Britain. But in 2025, the city faces mounting challenges as it grapples with the pressures of rapid immigration and a changing demographic landscape. Over the past few decades, Leicester has become one of the most ethnically diverse cities in the UK. Immigrants from South Asia, Africa, and Eastern Europe have settled here, contributing to its bustling economy and cultural richness. However, this rapid population growth has placed a heavy burden on the city's infrastructure, especially in areas like housing and public services. Leicester's housing market is under severe strain. Demand for affordable housing far outweighs supply, leading to overcrowding in certain neighbourhoods. Rising rents and property prices have left many residents, both locals and newcomers, struggling to secure stable living conditions. Public services are also feeling the effects. Schools in Leicester are operating at capacity, with many reporting larger class sizes and limited resources. Healthcare services, already stretched thin, are struggling to keep up with the needs of an expanding population. These challenges have created tensions in some areas, where communities feel underserved or left behind. Yet, Leicester's diversity also offers immense potential. Immigrant communities have revitalized local businesses, enriched the city's cultural life, and contributed to its economy in significant ways. Events like the Diwali celebrations in Leicester are now iconic, attracting visitors from across the country. Leicester's challenges highlight the delicate balance between opportunity and strain. As the city navigates these complexities, the focus must shift towards sustainable solutions to housing, education, and integration. Can Leicester continue to thrive as a multicultural hub, or will its growing pains hold it back? Let us know your thoughts. Number 3. Manchester. Often hailed as the UK's second city, is a powerhouse of culture, history, and industry. But in 2025, it finds itself grappling with immigration-driven pressures that have sparked challenges in housing, infrastructure, and public services. Manchester's reputation as a vibrant, diverse city has made it a magnet for immigrants from across the globe. From students drawn to its world-class universities to workers seeking opportunities in its booming tech and service industries, Manchester's immigrant population has grown rapidly in recent years. While this has fueled the city's economy and enriched its cultural fabric, it has also exposed weaknesses in its infrastructure. Housing is one of the city's most pressing issues. With Manchester experiencing a surge in population, the demand for housing has skyrocketed, leading to rising rents and property prices. Many neighborhoods, particularly in the city centre, have become unaffordable for both locals and newcomers, forcing some residents into overcrowded living conditions. Public services are under similar strain. Schools in Manchester are struggling to accommodate growing student numbers, leading to overcrowded classrooms and stretched resources. Healthcare services, too, are facing increased demand, resulting in longer waiting times and overburdened staff. Despite these challenges, Manchester remains a city of resilience and opportunity. Immigrant communities have revitalized areas like Cheetham Hill and Rusholme, introducing thriving businesses, diverse cuisines, and cultural events that draw visitors from across the UK. Manchester's story is a complex mix of challenges and growth. As it continues to attract people from all over the world, the key to its success will lie in addressing these pressures while leveraging the contributions of its diverse communities. Can Manchester rise above its growing pains and continue to be a city of opportunity? Share your thoughts below. Number 2. Birmingham. Birmingham, the UK's second largest city, is often celebrated as a cultural and economic hub. Known for its industrial legacy and vibrant diversity, Birmingham is a city of opportunities, but in 2025, it's also facing significant challenges linked to immigration and rapid population growth. Over the years, Birmingham has become a top destination for immigrants, drawn by its thriving job market and strong community networks. While this has infused the city with cultural richness and economic vitality, it has also led to increasing pressures on housing and public services. The housing market in Birmingham is under immense strain. With demand for affordable housing far outstripping supply, many residents, both locals and newcomers, are struggling to find stable accommodation. Rising rents and overcrowding have become common, particularly in inner-city areas like Sparkhill and Small Heath. Public services are similarly stretched. Schools in Birmingham report some of the highest pupil-to-teacher ratios in the UK, making it difficult to meet the needs of an ever-growing and diverse student population. Healthcare services are also under pressure, with clinics and hospitals struggling to cope with the increased demand. Yet, Birmingham's immigrant communities have brought vibrancy and resilience to the city. From its iconic Balti Triangle to its world-renowned festivals like the Birmingham Mela, the contributions of these communities are undeniable. Immigrant entrepreneurs have also played a pivotal role in revitalizing local economies and creating jobs. The challenges facing Birmingham reflect the complex interplay between growth and strain. As the city continues to evolve, the focus must be on sustainable solutions to housing, education, and public services. Will Birmingham overcome these hurdles and emerge stronger, or are tougher times ahead for this dynamic city? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Number 1. London. London, the UK's capital and a global city like no other, is often seen as the beating heart of the nation. Its iconic landmarks, world-class institutions, and diverse population make it a symbol of opportunity. Yet, in 2025, London also finds itself at the centre of the immigration debate, facing unique challenges that have intensified in recent years. As a hub for international migration, London attracts people from across the globe, from students and skilled workers to refugees seeking a fresh start. The city's immigrant population has surged. While this has enriched London's cultural and economic landscape, it has also placed unprecedented pressure on its infrastructure. Housing remains London's most critical issue. With property prices among the highest in the world, the demand for affordable housing has reached a breaking point. Many immigrants settle in outer boroughs, where housing is slightly cheaper, but even these areas are becoming increasingly unaffordable. Overcrowding and substandard living conditions are now a harsh reality for many residents. Public services are struggling to keep up. Schools across the capital face record-high student numbers, and healthcare services are overwhelmed, with many Londoners experiencing long waiting times for basic care. Transport systems, though world-class in reach, are frequently congested, further highlighting the city's overburdened infrastructure. Despite these challenges, London remains a city of resilience and opportunity. Immigrant communities have been vital to the city's economic growth, driving entrepreneurship, revitalizing neighborhoods, and enriching its cultural fabric. The diversity of London is its strength, visible in its cuisine, arts, and vibrant street life. London's future hinges on tackling its housing and infrastructure crises while continuing to embrace the potential of its diverse population. Will London remain the city of opportunity, or will its challenges overshadow its promise? Share your perspective below. In a rapidly changing world, it's essential to recognize that the challenges these cities face are not solely due to immigration, but rather the combination of factors including rapid population growth, insufficient infrastructure, and economic transitions. While some may feel threatened by the changes in their communities, others are finding hope in the diversity and the economic contributions immigrants bring. Cities like Manchester, Birmingham, and London have seen their cultural and economic landscapes enriched by the influx of new residents, and it's crucial to highlight the resilience of these immigrant communities. They are not only filling critical job vacancies but also contributing to the vibrancy of the cities, helping to create a dynamic and evolving environment. What these cities need are solutions that address housing, public services, and community integration. The future lies in collaborative efforts between local governments, communities, and immigrants themselves to ensure that cities remain livable for everyone. It's about finding a balance that allows both newcomers and residents to thrive in a shared space, ultimately strengthening the social fabric and the economy. Let's remember that in the face of adversity, there's always an opportunity for growth and collaboration. While the challenges presented by immigration are undeniable, it is important to step back and consider the broader picture. Immigration has long been a driving force in the UK's growth, and its cities have benefited immensely from the diversity and skills newcomers bring. Although it's true that cities like London, Birmingham, and Glasgow are grappling with rising housing costs and strains on public services, these issues are not solely the result of immigration. They are part of a larger conversation about urban growth, economic shifts, and the limitations of local infrastructure. Immigrants are often the backbone of critical sectors such as healthcare, transportation, and hospitality. They contribute to a vibrant cultural scene, creating a unique identity for each city they inhabit. The food, music, arts, and festivals that make these cities renowned across the world are the direct result of the blending of diverse cultures. This diversity has also fostered innovation and entrepreneurship, with many immigrant-owned businesses contributing to the local economy and job creation. Moreover, the increase in population has spurred a wave of new investment and regeneration projects aimed at improving infrastructure. The challenge lies in managing growth effectively. This means improving housing availability, expanding public services, and integrating communities more successfully. The strength of the UK lies in its ability to adapt and evolve, finding ways to bridge gaps and make the most of its diversity. Immigrants are not the problem, they are part of the solution. With proper support and planning, these cities can continue to thrive while embracing the rich opportunities that immigration brings. Let's look to the future with optimism, acknowledging both the challenges and the incredible potential for growth. If you found this video insightful, we'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your perspective on the impact of immigration in these cities? Drop your comments below, we're eager to know. And if you haven't yet, check out our previous video for even more fascinating insights. We pour a lot of heart and effort into these videos, so your support truly means the world. Hit that subscribe button, it's just one click, but it makes a huge difference to us.